Hey there everybody, Pipe Grump. Just figured I'd do a little video today. Today I'm smoking my new Hackert that I just got. I cleaned her yesterday. Smokes wonderful. Real nice pipe. I'm very happy with it. And I'm smoking Shortcut to Mushrooms from justforhim.com. Never tried it. It's real good. I'm liking it a lot. After my last video, I had a couple of you guys say that you had some Nirvana smokes with this, so I'm hoping to get one myself. It's mild. It's very good. It's definitely not, I don't taste any casing of any type. It's just straight tobacco. It's very good. Really good. Have you ever just sat and listened to a subject matter expert talk about whatever subject he or she is an expert in? It's fascinating. Every Saturday night, including last night, my whole family gets together. So it's me and my wife and children and my brothers, sister, when she's not away, aunts, uncles, grandparents, parents. My brother is extremely smart. He went to school for physics and math, and he's never not kept up studying that stuff. And sometimes I'll just ask him a question, something, just to get him going. And he's fascinating when he talks about physics or space travel. Last night we talked about space. We got started talking about Elon Musk and the SpaceX. And if you haven't seen the early February launch of the Falcon Heavy, you should look it up. It's probably 20 minutes long or so, but you see the Falcon Heavy rocket launch, separate, and you see that the boosters return to Earth and land vertically. Just blows my mind that we can do that. I mean, that's science fiction happening right now. I don't know, if you're a subject matter expert in cotton balls, I'll probably listen to you for quite a while just because I'll be fascinated with what I don't know about a certain subject. It seems a lot of times the person who knows the least about a subject seems to want to talk the most. I try to avoid that as much as possible personally. If I don't know both sides of the argument, I'll try to avoid the argument. A lot of times people argue with emotion, with opinion. Instead of with fact. If I don't know, I'll say it. Give you an example. In my family, I am the only one who has read Tolkien. who's read Lord of the Rings, who's gone beyond just Lord of the Rings and read plenty of other things. If you saw my last video, Inside My Library, the last portion of that video, I had these Lord of the Rings inspired tobaccos. On one of my Lord of the Rings shelves, I have two. I have two shelves full of books. I probably have 30 or 35 books, either by Tolkien, about Tolkien, or in-depth scholarly studies of Tolkien that I've read. And I've seen the movies. All of them. You know, the extended movies, I've seen them dozens of times. Harry Potter, I've never read the books, but I've watched the movies. Now, my sister and my wife have read the Harry Potter books in depth and seen the movies, and they've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, but they haven't read the books. So if we ever get into the argument of what's better, Tolkien or J.K. Rowling, I always start by saying we can't successfully argue this because none of us have read both. And you can't judge it on the movies. If you want to argue which movies are better, you can do that, but you can't argue which author is better or which mythology is better, or et cetera, et cetera. So I always try, if I get into an argument and I don't know the other side, to say I can't successfully argue this. It was just something I was thinking about. Figured I'd share. Uh-oh, lighter's going out. Right. Really enjoying this shortcut to mushrooms. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. Now this is a label I put on there, but Shortcut to Mushrooms by Just For Him. You should definitely try it. I've got two others to try. I've got Treebeard and Long Bottom Leaf from the same justforhim.com that I haven't tried yet. Get some matches. Hang on a second. Lighter's going out. Always have matches nearby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you for joining me. Hope you had a good St. Paddy's Day. I hope you have a good rest of the weekend. And I hope your days are filled with peace and pipe smoke.